Добрий день, друзі.
Good afternoon, dear friends. Ukraine Media Center continues working for you. And now in our studio, we have Oleksandr Motuzyanyk, spokesperson of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine, and he'll tell us about the current situation on the front line. Thank you, Oleksandr. Thank you. Dear friends, welcome everybody. I would like to share with you information about the events over the last day. During the resistance to the military aggression of Russian Federation against Ukraine. The enemy continues to focus its main efforts on preparations for offensive action in eastern Ukraine in order to take full control over the territories of Donetsk and Luhansk Oblast and maintaining stability of so-called ground corridor with the occupied Crimea. The enemy continues to create and increase groups of its troops and develop its command system and logistical support and takes measures to increase effectiveness of its fire. To that end, the enemy has been strengthening its rocket and artillery units with short-range ballistic missile complexes. Also, the enemy continues to move units from eastern military districts to areas of operation in Ukraine and intense training of the personnel. The enemy is also strengthening its aerial reconnaissance by increasing the number of UAVs in military units. Currently, the enemy has been most active in Slobozhanщина and Donetsk areas. Now about the current operational situation. In Slobozhansk area, units of the 6th Army of the Western Military District and Northern Fleet continue partial siege of the city of Kharkiv and shelling the artillery fire. The aggressor has shelled more than 60 times from artillery and multiple launch rocket systems against infrastructural facilities and residential complexes in Kharkiv, Derhachi, and Petikhatki. The enemy's units have been regrouping and trying to strengthen their positions in the Izum area, and to that end they have been creating reserves of fuels and lubricant, logistical support, and replenishing their ammo. In Donetsk and Tavri area, using its so-called 1st and 2nd Army Corps, as well as 8th and 58th Armies of the Southern Military District and 5th Army of the Eastern Military District, are used by the enemy, concentrating its main efforts on taking control of Rubizhny, Nizhny, Popasna, and Novobakhmutivka, as well as taking full control of the city of Mariupol. The aggressor continues to make aviation and rocket strikes as well as artillery fire. The enemy continues to move units towards Matviiv-Kurgan in Rostov Oblast of Russian Federation, moving their units withdrawn from northern regions of Ukraine, units of the 2nd Army of Central Military District of Russia. The enemy also continues measures to restore its battle capacity and replenish its ammo. At the same time, in Donetsk and Luhansk Oblast, over the last day, Ukrainian armed defenders resisted 6 attacks of the enemy and destroyed 2 automobile vehicles and 3 artillery systems of Russian invaders. At the same time, Ukrainian air forces downed Sukhoi 25 aircraft. It's worth noting that the enemy has significantly reduced its use of aviation because of difficult weather conditions. In southern Bug direction, units of the 8th and 49th Army, as well as the Coast Guard of Black Sea Fleet of the Southern Military District of Russian Federation continue firing against our positions, restoring its battle capacity, restoring its ammo inventory, and take measures to fortify their positions. The main efforts of the enemy have been focused on returning the positions they lost and taking full control over the Kherson Oblast. In Black Sea and Azov areas of operations, groups of enemy's ships continue isolating the area of operation, doing reconnaissance, fire support, and logistical support of troops in the coast areas. In Volyn, Polisa, and Siversk areas or directions, there is still a threat of aviation and rocket strikes by the invaders against military and civilian infrastructure of Ukraine from the territory of the Republic of Belarus. Now, certain units of Belarusian armed forces continue implementing assignments to strengthen the protection of border between Ukraine and Belarus in Brest and Gomel Oblast. Also, withdrawal continues from the Republic of Belarus and Bryansk Oblast of Russia of units from 19th Tank Division and 41st Army of Central Military District and the 36th Army of Eastern Military District. In Crimea direction, in temporarily occupied territories of the Autonomous Republic of Crimea, the enemy continues restoring its battalion tactical groups from the 810th Marine Brigade and 126th Coast Defense Brigade of the 22nd Armed Corps of Russia. In Crimean training areas, they continue coordination of their units made of mobilized people. Reservists continue to arrive to the units as well as weapons from storage areas. Finally, I will announce the total losses of the enemy from February 24th to April 13th. So tentatively there, 19,800 soldiers and officers of Russian army, 739 tanks, 1,964 armed fighting vehicles, 358 artillery systems, 115 multiple launch rocket systems lost by the enemy, 64 air defense systems, as well as 158 aircraft, 143 helicopters, 7 ships and boats, 132 tactical level UAVs, 25 special vehicles, as well as 4 mobile rocket launch systems. That's basically all the information we have at the moment. Thank you for attention. Glory to Ukraine, glory to heroes. Dear friends, you can ask your questions. Please use the microphone and please introduce yourself. Any more questions? No questions. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you, Oleksandr. And I'd like to remind you that we were accommodated by Skyloft Hotel. We'd like to thank them. And now we are developing the schedule of our next briefings. You're welcome to monitor our Telegram channel, our YouTube, Twitter, and Facebook. Thank you.